What's going on, friends? Hope you're doing amazing. It's your captain of the candlestick, Mr. Jeremy Alexander Newsom. That is me, speaking in third person, which is really dumb to do. Hope you're enjoying your Friday. In this video, we're simply discussing and looking back at a previous trade that a trader did and talk about it, learn from it, talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the pros, and the cons. Take that information and apply it for future trades. Let's dive in together. You rock. Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's Jeremy Alexander Newsom with reallifetrading.com. It is Friday, which means we're going to be checking out our Friday trade review. And this one is going to be brought to you by a good friend of mine, trading buddy, an absolute legend in the world of real estate. His name is Wes Walker, and he took a trade on Apple today with real money. So I want to go and just kind of look at what he traded, how he played it, what he took, and why. And that trade was on, of course, Apple. This is one of the stocks that he looks at and focuses on pretty much every single day. And I love the sentiment of this chart right now. This was a really obvious, beautiful bullish gap and go. And this gap and go, right, we gapped up. And, you know, with Apple, unless it's earnings or something, it very rarely just gaps and runs. Normally, if it gaps up really massive, you're going to get some type of retest. So it retested, and then we bounced and kind of continued higher. Then we had the gap down on whatever stupid news that was. So we gapped down. That was a bearish gap and go. And actually, I believe that was Monday. Yeah, it was. It was Monday because I was watching it. We played it bearish. A few traders made some really good money on Monday trading Apple with that bearish gap and go. And then, of course, what it was doing is just filling this gap. So that gap was getting filled. It got filled, and then we bounced. Had a fantastically splendid gap on Wednesday. And then yesterday we gapped up, traded a little bit higher, threw in an upper shadow, retested the retest gap from the other day. And this retest, you can just see it's just boom, boom, and then boom. We gapped up this morning. It was a bullish gap and go from the close of yesterday, because as you can see, yesterday was a shaved bottom candle, which means the close and the low were almost the exact same, almost to the penny. So this gap up, let's zoom into a 3-minute chart. And the 3-minute chart, you can kind of see a pretty clear little entry on Apple. So this is the 3-minute time frame. And let me just pull up his text really quickly. Okay, so he got in almost to the exact low. So the low of today, low of this candle was 202 even. 202.20 is where he got in. Sorry, that was the low. And his entry was 202.21, which means he simply placed a limit order to catch on a pullback on Apple. More or less saying, hey, it's gapping up, right? You can see 3 bearish candles, really bearish candles right towards the end of the day. And specifically gapping up above that particular price, you know, having an entry here and a stop loss down here below the previous low of the day. Now, could this trade have not worked? And the answer is, well, obviously yes, of course, right? The trade could have not worked. But getting in at 202.21 was just sheer luck, pure easy, simply set up a limit buy, right? When it gapped, he said, hey, I think it's going to gap and run, but just in case it fills the gap a little bit, let me put in a limit buy and let me have a stop below the low of the day. Here's my risk, right? This is my worst case scenario, and best case scenario, it goes higher. So Wes said he got out 203 and some change, which was right up here. So 203.80, which again is almost perfect. So Wes, I mean, congratulations, man. You just pretty much happened to call almost the exact bottom and the exact top on Apple, which is great because with this gap, what really happened on Apple is you just had a spectacular S curve. So you had the bullish gap and go here, big run up, nice little pennant pattern, S curve higher, sell into strength, right? That's what Wes did. He said he sold at 203.82. So he sold into strength and captured a little bit more than an R, right around an R and a half, 2 R's on Apple. So that was a beautiful trade. Didn't stretch it, didn't try to hold for a ton of gains. Just a nice, easy, quick first 30-minute play in the morning, capturing the big move, holding through the S curve, which is important, letting it run and noticing bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle I'm going to sell into strength, 203.82. That's something that a lot of traders have a really big challenge of doing, is just simply selling to lock in a nice profit, calling it a day, and being done. And that's exactly what Wes did. So Wes, thank you very much. One of the other reasons I'm bringing up Wes is because I went to get a rental car yesterday to drive down to Georgia to pick up my niece and nephew who are at my house right now. And one of the rental attendants actually knew who I was. He said, "You're Jeremy Newsom from Real Life Trading." And I was like, "Wow, that's yeah, how did you know that?" And he said, "Wes told me about you." So Wes is, the guy I'm talking about now. So anyway, just amazing opportunities everywhere out there in the market, especially if you're focusing on and just watching one particular stock. This was a solid move, and the only way to have caught the move today was to have the order set up before market open, entry at a low level, stop at a low level, and just seeing if it's going to pop, right? Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but we all know the trend on Apple. We can all clearly see that the trend is indeed bullish. The gap today was bullish. Wes played the trend, he played the gap in the direction of the trend. He played the stock in the direction of the trend, which again on all time frames is long. And I'm expecting Apple to most likely continue higher at some point, especially with this inside candle that we're getting today, or at least right now on Apple. A gap up above here or break above these resistances, and I see no reason why Apple won't slowly continue. The good news is I have a lot of real life traders out there with some shares of Apple, because that's a smart thing to do, and they have some covered calls at 210 which expire next Friday, and I think those are going to expire perfectly fine and worthless next Friday, and then we'll all have the opportunity of doing those one more again over earnings, probably and most likely a little bit higher, like this 235 range. Earnings, ladies and gentlemen, right around the corner. Make sure to be at the Real Life Trading open house that will start in a week from now, July 22nd. Next Monday, this upcoming Monday, so just a few days from now, I will have a presentation at Wealth 365 where I'll be doing a discussion on everyone's favorite high wave candle. So make sure you're there for that. I'm trying to bring this over to that screen. Here it is. So I will include this link in the email as well as the description box of the YouTube. So if you want to click on that, and again, I'm not making any money from you guys clicking on this link. I'm just going to be there. I'm going to be doing a presentation, and hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be a really good presentation about high wave candles. So I will see you all on Monday for the stock review, and I'll also see you Monday in the trading rooms if you subscribe to the trading rooms, and I'll see you Monday night at the Wealth 365 presentation. And I hope to see everyone, family, friends, dads, moms, brothers, sisters, cousins, nieces, and nephews here at the open house July 22nd through the 26th. Folks from around the world, you rock. I'll see you later, and until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. Bye.